We need that fake ID so you can go buy us some wine.
Are we ready?
Hold on. Is Age ready?
I have one, Sarah. What do you need?
All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Woo! Oh my God! Mm-hmm. Here's always the test. Here's always the test. Is it live? Yes.
Hey, Frase.
Damn.
It's a podcast,
Not a cast pod.
Hey, Frase, every day she'll make you say,
Oh my God.
she got the scoop.
Pop culture news.
So grab a drink, it ain't what
my
you
God,
think,
stop
it's
that.
Sarah and the crew.
I could not love you more. I really could. I mean, not like lesbian way.
Oh, well, I hope not. Don't tell my mom. We've run that joke dry. That's like beating a dead horse at this point. Why do I keep saying that?
Because I love you. I feel like you're like my bestie, my sis. I mean, although this is like my pattern. I usually love people for like a year and then I hate them. So, who knows?
I must be coming up on that time, right? The expiration date is close.
See, that's the thing is we've been working together like 2 years, right?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is bananas that it's been 2 years. And it really has only been since January that we've been full-time co-hosting together.
Oh, that's true. And you know what? When we first started hanging out, I could not tell if you liked me or not because, because I couldn't figure you out for the longest time. And I pride myself on figuring people out, but I could not figure you out.
Really?
Could not figure you out. And our previous intern, Irene, I'd be like, Irene, how's she feeling about me? Am I going to be fired soon? Because you would talk so sweet to us or other people. They would leave the room and you'd be like, that crazy bitch. And I'm like, there's no way she likes me.
I talk so much shit. It is true.
But out of fun.
But I do. I love people. But everyone is batshit, including myself. I hope when I meet you and then you leave the room and you've met me, whoever watching, whoever listening to this, I hope you go, oh, okay, well, she seems a little unstable. Say whatever you want. I mean, isn't that just natural to gossip a little?
I think it is. It's only, you're not really gossiping. You're just saying funny things about them.
Right. It's never malicious. It's never bad intent. It's just,
True. Well, glad to know you love me. Love you back.
I do. I love you so much. We were just talking to before we started the show today. We have a lot to get to. Many stories. On Monday, we had a fabulous guest. Everyone loved Leslie Riley from Mama Biscuits. So today, though, there's a ton of stories. I'm obsessed with the woman who her man was going down on her and she had a stroke. I could only be so lucky. If Dan could stay down there long enough that if Schman would do that and I would have a stroke, that'd be amazing.
I need to know what the time frame was. How long was he down there before the stroke occurred?
I'll give you all the details. I can't wait. A woman gives birth to six babies in 9 minutes.
9 minutes?
How?
Okay, did she have a stroke?
My vagina is tingling and hurting so badly right now. Are the babies flying across the room? All I think about is a turd.
She's popping them out like a litter. Literally, just sucking them, just popping them out.
But is that even humanly possible? We got to get into that story.
I don't think it is humanly possible. She's not really a human.
And then we have to talk Wendy Williams. We like Wendy Williams on this show. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, you do it. You're the one with impressions. I know. I don't do it. How do you do it? How you doing?
How you doing? But you got to do look.
Yeah, you got it going. You got the lips and everything. You do the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's the whole lip thing. Because she kind of goes she has a noise.
There you go.
How you doing?
Yes.
Anyway, she had a big announcement yesterday that she's been living in a sober house.
I did not see this one coming.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, there've been blog rumors about that forever.
Oh, true. Well, I thought she just had a lot of health issues, nothing to do with drugs.
No. I hope everything is okay. I mean, we'll talk about it. And of course, she's getting dragged online because people are like, okay, you've made fun of, people are just putting together the lists of people that she's basically trashed who've had addiction issues. Future.
Oh, yeah, that cannot look good.
All these people, Ariana Grande, all these people. And then now she
That's unfortunate, though.
admits she's living in a sober house. So. But
Coming
you know
back
what?
to bite you.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about Wendy. But we do want to kick off. We have lots of sponsors today, and I want to thank some of them before we get into the show. By the way, we are always live. You can watch us anytime you want, really, on YouTube. Just subscribe to the @HeyFrase page. It's just @HeyFrase. That's where you can find us everywhere. We go live with this show. We rarely edit unless we really fuck up. We've had people try to sue us a couple times. They have.
And then we're like, go back and delete that after we've already released it.
That chick that Danny talked about, that she tried to sue me so many times. Whatever, bitch.
Oh, whatever, bitch. We'll just drink our really cheap rosé.
You know what? I'm drinking Sutter Home. So what do you want, Yeah. You want the collection of Four Locos I have? Is that what you're suing my ass for? You can have them.
I doubt you ever tried a Four Loco.
You better believe I did when it came out. Yes, it's so disgusting. Have you had one? It's like
yes, Sarah.
uber
That used to be.
sweet.
That was like my go-to drink.
It's like 18 Red
Fresh
Bulls in one.
It's actually gasoline.
It's
It's
gasoline.
disgusting.
You drink one, you strip yourself nude, you shave all your hair off in the bathtub, and then you beat somebody up. That's like what happened.
You have a Britney Spears meltdown. That's what happens.
Anyway, but you can catch the show later. You can watch us or listen to us. We're always podcasting on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, essentially anywhere that podcast is distributed, or on YouTube. And like I said, we rarely edit. Unless
Like I said, we're raw.
We're raw.
I don't like how that sounded. Never mind. Oh, by the way, happy first day of spring.
Happy first day of spring. Thanks. Doesn't feel like it. Like, who cares? Like, why do people even like... I hate when all the news stations do that. Like, today's spring. Really? It doesn't fucking feel like it outside. Why are we celebrating this?
Depending on where you live. If you live in Southern California, it's summer all year round. If you live in D.C., it's like sometimes winter, sometimes it's a mix.
It's the dumbest day ever because in a week they're going to be like, snowstorm this weekend.
Groundhog lies. I no longer believe Puxatani Phil.
Oh, God, that thing is so fake. Are you kidding?
I always believed that. I
Fake.
thought that was real.
Oh, my God. Faker than Kris Kardashian orchestrating the upcoming Keeping Up with the Kardashians season 20.
Season 20. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
All right, you got a commercial to read. I've got one. We're super excited about this newest sponsor, and we want you guys, the best way that you can support this show, support AJ, myself, guests that come on, are to purchase items, become members. Advantage Financial Federal Credit Union, who we absolutely love. They're amazing. They're one that you need to open an account with if you are a DC resident. We also have to welcome on board today the Fab Fit Fun Group. We're so excited. The 2019 Fab Fit Fun Spring Box is on sale now, and they have partnered with the Hey Frase podcast. Treat yourself with items such as the ones that I got. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to say it right. It's Quai. I got Quai sunglasses.
That's how I pronounce it, though.
Okay, well, I got Quai sunglasses. I got a Sea Mineral Champagne Charcoal Body Scrub, which I'm in love with, from Manica Dar. Your box is filled with so many great, like, not sample size, but full-size items. Do you love discovering new products? Are you a beauty and fashion maven, constantly on the hunt for the next best thing? Ever read about or spot something online that you've always wanted to try but never have? Then you must try FabFitFun. FabFitFun allows women everywhere to discover new products, as well as including rave review. Must-have brands that you know and love. And I was just looking at that because they have a list. You can pick every single every single box that you have. So you can choose like a fabulous water bottle, or you can choose from lashes, jump rope, body scrubs, as I mentioned, and so much more. Dr. Brandt skincare needles, no more baggage. Their eye depuffing gel is just one of the great items. FabFitFun is a seasonal subscription box delivered 4 times a year with full-size beauty, fashion, home, fitness, and wellness products for just $49.99 a box. Full-size products, no samples of anything. Every box is guaranteed to have over $200 in retail value. The 2019 Spring Box total retail value is between $347 and $354.99. So sign up today for FabFitFun and support the Hey Frase podcast. These boxes always sell out, so use code HeyFrase to get $10 off your first box. Go to fabfitfun.com to sign up and start getting the box for a life well lived. Use promo code HeyFrase to get $10 off your first box. That's over $200 for only $39.99. Go to fabfitfun.com and use my code HeyFrase to get $10 off your first FabFitFun box. Age.
Amaze. Yes.
You need some Rothy's to go along with that FabFitFun box.
Let me tell you a little bit about Rothy's. By the way, thank you for Rothy's for being our amazing sponsor as well, supporting the Hey Frase podcast. By the way, I randomly wore Rothy's today because they're so comfy, and they matched my pink sweater perfectly.
They do. Yeah, they look great with your outfit.
Yeah, I know. Rothy's are super comfortable. They're amazing flats. This company is making flats from actually recycled bottles, so you're recycling while being fashionable, which is what we love.
Yeah, it's a great business model. I really appreciate.
I have massive feet, but these actually make my feet look slimmer. I have a size 10.5 foot, but I got the 10, and they're super stretchy and mold right to your feet. Royal approved. Meghan Markle actually sports Rothy's shoes. I'm trying to put this back on, but they're super, super comfortable.
How big are your feet?
Size 10.5 sometimes.
Wow, 10.5. Wow, 11.
All right, no.
Wow.
I didn't say 11, Sarah. I said 10, sometimes 10
But
and a
I
half.
bet
okay?
you've worn an 11.
One time. One time. All right, one time. Color and pattern selection is amazing. They're always updating their lineup. I chose the snakeskin fuchsia, which is still available online on their website. It'll blow your mind how comfortable they are. Even from recycled materials, you think that doesn't sound comfortable, but they are.
Yeah, that's what they're really known for. The women on the show that have bought them in the past have DM'd us and said that they're like super comfortable.
Really comfortable. If you're a sweater, I tend to get a little bit of sweaty feet sometimes just walking around all day. They're machine washable. I've already tried it. They still hold their shape. So you don't have to worry about, losing shape or anything in the washer. So that's an awesome feature. I do love my Rothy's, and I hope you guys will go to their website, rothys.com, rothys.com. Enter code Frase. Get your new favorite flats. They have tons of patterns. I, of course, love lots of patterns, lots of colors, and they have tons of options for that. Pink, orange, camo, fuchsia, snakeskin, all of what you would want. No brainer. Shoes are super comfortable, stylish, and sustainable. Free shipping with code Frase, Frase, when you go to their website, rothys.com. Get the deal. It's actually free shipping without a minimum.
Excellent. Okay, great.
You don't have to buy like 3 shoes to get the free shipping. Free shipping and free returns with code Frase.
Excellent. Thanks, Age. All right, so I need your advice before we get into these stories. I kind of teased this on Monday.
You want my advice?
Yeah, I do. Because you are a devout Catholic. Like, you're like a good Catholic girl. And I need all your thoughts. So, I kind of teased it on...
I'm kind of losing faith right now because it's Lent and I've given up like everything. So I'm kind of an uptight bitch with a stick up my ass right now. Like, everything sucks. I gave up bread.
I mean, you have
sweets.
Intense.
Right? I just don't seem happy, right?
Yeah.
I love bread. So I love carbs. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, I'm hanging on the edge of being a Catholic. It's like, this sucks.
I know. It's like, really? Why am I doing this for 40 days? Like,
to remind us that Jesus
died for us.
Died for our sins, yes. But before I get into any of that, before I go deep into the Bible, let's talk about you went to...
Well, I want your advice because, we have to do... I really want to get married in this Catholic church in Maine, okay? I, too, am beginning to lose faith in this whole situation. Because, you have to go through these pre-Cana Catholic classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to go with them. We met with the priest last week, which, just to give you an idea, of course, I'd left the podcast. It was the only time that the father could meet with us, right? I'm wearing, by the way, my heart tassel nip shirts, right? So a heart on each nipple with a fucking, like, swinging tassel, just like you're a burlesque dancer. So
straight up, yes.
Then I walk in, Dan's like, he's like, oh my God, cover yourself up. I'm like, I don't, like, what do I have to cover it up? So I get like a sweater. I'm trying to tuck in these tassel beads. We sit down, and of course I have electric pink lipstick on. So father's like, wow, I think that's the most colorful lipstick I've ever seen. I mean,
he commented on you.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably blowing his mind. Like, I mean, all this. And then, like, I have an issue of like verbal diarrhea. Like, I just say it.
Oh, yeah.
So I literally I was like, oh, my lips. Well, so glad you were looking at those and not my tassel boobs. Like, I was just like, oh my God.
There's no censoring you. Like, keep it together for the priest.
And he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, I see you guys are going to need lots of prayers. Anyway, so it starts, right? So, but you have a quick meeting, and then they tell you you're going to have to go and take a focus class, 173 questions, an hour long, all about your partner. And it's all about agree, disagree, uncertain. And it's all kinds of circumstances. Does your partner ever make you feel uncomfortable? Do you worry about their drinking? Do you worry about their violence?
With Schmano?
No. So Schmano, by the way, and Schmano does not listen to the podcast. I've banned him from all the podcasts. Our relationships have never been better since he...
This is great. Yeah, Schman and Schmiggy cannot listen to the podcast.
No, you're done.
No.
Because all we do, you want to talk shit? We talk shit about them nonstop. So, I say, so Schman doesn't listen, right? So he has not done his survey yet. But
what's he waiting for?
Oh, who knows? It's like a stressful week on the soccer fields. I mean, what do I know? I don't know. Every night he's been home at like 9 o'clock, and I'm, or 9:30.
This blows my mind, wondering like what he's doing with soccer. It's like, is soccer that time consuming? But it must be.
Well, it is when you're Schman, because you've got to realize, like, if you think I'm uptight or you're uptight not eating bread, Schmano is on 1,000. Like,
Schman is like living off of leafy greens. Like, he's got to be just
and you've seen him jog 8 miles here from our home, comes in sweating, speaks to no one, laser locked on me. He's like, babe,
yes.
Here's your hard drive. I've got to get going. And you're like,
That was one of the greatest Schmano moments ever. I was like, if this doesn't explain him, I don't know what does. If somebody asks me what Schman's like, I'm like, this is what he's like. Let me tell you the story.
he jogged 8 miles here to drop off a hard drive, completely sweating. And I was like, oh my God,
Doesn't want to touch
honey.
anybody, and then just goes, bye, babe.
And like oftentimes he has a very serious face and he just holds up one hand like a high, like it's just a low high. Hi. I'm like, babe,
was like, all
crack
right,
a
see you
smile,
later.
say hi to everyone here at PV. Like, it's okay.
Funny because you guys are so different.
Oh.
So I'm interested to know what his answers are. I'll never know, but
Well, I'm worried that he's going to tell the truth about me because it's like, does your partner watch porn? Do you guys watch porn together? Do you think porn is harmful to a
why
relationship?
are they asking those questions?
They ask a ton. So I'm concerned. Do you think that they're selling this like a Facebook survey? Like, I feel like they're in connection with Pornhub and they're like, this is going to be sold to Pornhub.
Like selling the demographics of like Catholic listeners to
Yes.
Pornhub.
They ask you that. They ask you, like, have you guys discussed like childcare needs? Who's going to stay home? Who's not? Agree,
Okay,
disagree,
you have
uncertain.
discussed that. That one's easy for you guys.
See, yeah, we did several years ago where I assumed that Dan was staying home. But then
Which is
I'm
what's
wondering, no, Schman now I feel like is all about his career. So he's probably like,
Why did he just switch on it? We had it from the established. He's going to be a stay-at-home schmano.
well, you know, I mean, I rule the roost around there anyway. So if I have to, I had to
Man, you're staying home.
the questions were bananas.
So you already answered. You can't do it together. Schman's
Nope.
going to answer, and then you guys are going to come back, reconvene, and then the priest is going to be like,
Yes.
you should not get married.
Natural child
Or
planning.
should.
Do you agree with it? Disagree with it? Uncertain. What do I say? I mean, like, I didn't agree with
Natural
it.
family planning.
But now that my eggs are hanging on by a thread, I agree with it. Like, I mean, I'm like,
Must procreate by all means necessary. You guys, you can't use any condoms, no birth control, nothing.
no,
Just by
that's
the-
what they want
just
you
by
to
the
do.
clock.
I mean, I'm ready because, honest God, his semen's so old now. It's probably swimming just around in a circle. Like, hopefully, it can go north. Like, it's just like doing a 180, like
Tell you,
over. and
all those
over.
all those endorphins from running. I'm telling you, those swimmers, the semen's going to be strong. They're going to be like still active. All right.
I hope the hell.
Now I'm worried about your egg. This is what I always say. I say I'm not worried about schmano sperm. I'm worried about your eggs.
So am I. I mean, I don't even know. Like, are they drowning? Like, who knows?
The eggs are not doing.
They're fucking
they're
rosé soaked.
crackling.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
They're crackling rosé soaked. Like,
You're gonna have some characters for kids.
my
You
God,
know,
I
you
just pray that they're like, okay. I mean, who knows with us?
So this survey, 175 questions. Doesn't that seem like a bit much? Like, what does the Catholic Church want really to know?
That's what I'm saying. After 25, I think you know if a couple's compatible or not. Like, if our
I think so too.
if shit doesn't match up the first 25, what the fuck is another 125 gonna do?
like an SAT, that stresses me out. I'm not a good test taker. Did you like taking tests?
no, I hated it.
See, I feel like that's just a bad way to do it.
But I did like this one because it is multiple choice. It's like agree, disagree, uncertain.
How many uncertains did your ass do?
Like too many, like at least over 10. Like,
oh, that's fine. 175, Sarah. Okay, you can do a lot of uncertains in there.
I had so much in between though because they were like, is porn bad for a relationship? And I'm like, well, yeah, of course it is if it's too
Well,
much.
Okay, yes, but every couple would have a different take on that. Like some couples watch it together, some couples need it apart. But then when the guy's watching like super hot lesbos, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, and right.
Include me in that.
There's various degrees, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yes.
it's harmful. If like I come home and Dan's watching just this like 800-pound woman squash a man and like sit all over his face, yeah, it's gonna be harmful, like to us, like there's shit
maybe-
that I didn't know about him.
Oh, right. But maybe like that's kind of what well, I like to watch it together to know the other fantasy. All right, there's levels to this. So what did the priest, did he like talk to you guys about anything else after the test or you just go in?
Yes, he told us that in a very polite way. I think it was more like standard that they had to say this, but he
Oh, okay.
basically wanted to remind us that we were living in sin by living together. And he
Yikes.
suggested that we perhaps live as brother and sister, like meaning that we do not have sex until our wedding date. I'm a horny lech. Are you fucking kidding? I can't go 2 days without. Do you know, I woke Dan up this morning
you better
at
get out
6.
the wascally wabbit.
I was like, yeah, please. I was like on top of him at 6:15. I'm like, babe, is anything popping up? Let's go.
Oh my God. Wait, do you guys, yeah, you are a morning sex, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love morning sex. That's like my best. My best work is between 6 a.m. and like 3 p.m. Beyond that, at night, I literally just roll over. Like literally, if it's at 9, I just get on like my back. I'm like,
Just do
roll
whatever you
to the
gotta
other
do.
side.
Do whatever you gotta do, Schman.
exactly.
Oh my God.
Like at 6, I'm like on top, one leg up, behind, up front, down low.
Okay, if you're not a morning person, that's just not going to work for you. Is Shman also a morning person? Because he's got to be. Okay, good. Thank God.
He is now. He is now.
You've converted him.
Yes.
What does he think about living in sin and living as brother and sister? Or they told you to move out, and you're like, where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Yeah. They told us to move out.
All right, well, you could sleep on my couch.
That's what I said. I said I could stay at Andrea's.
It's a nunnery at my house.
I mean, I could be learning from Carol. I mean, like Carol would have us on the straight and narrow.
This morning, she came in my room. She was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start giving you blessings every morning. I'm like, okay. Although we say prayers every morning, but now she's also like doing the sign of the cross on me. I'm like, all right, this is a new thing. We're going to do this.
Oh my God. Carol, by the way, is AJ's mom, who is so sweet and is devout Catholic.
She's become more religious with age. I think it's just like a fine wine. It's like a lot of women tend to become more religious as they get older.
So is this what I have to look forward to in our friendship?
That's what you have to look forward to, yes.
You're wild and fun and out and about, but then in 30 years when we get together and do stand-up, you're going to be like, sorry, I can only do it on the altar.
It was my mom's birthday yesterday, and she refused to drink tequila shots with us. We were all around the table doing tequila shots, and she's like, nope, it's Lent. And I'm like, it's your birthday. All right, fine, we'll take all your shots for you, which is exactly what I did. Literally exactly what I did. Well, I'm sorry that your pre-K classes were not exactly what you were expecting, but I hope the results come back positively.
I'm nervous. I don't know. I really don't. But then I'm not really nervous because we've been in so much therapy. I'm like, we've really addressed this.
Right? That's got to have like at least done you some. Did you explain that to the priest? Like, we've done our time.
They ask if you've ever done therapy and why.
That's good. It's probably like a good sign for them then.
Yeah, he actually seemed relatively positive about that. And I was just saying, Shmano and I had a really hard time emotionally connecting, because he's not exactly like, super out there and like, he's gotten much better. But when we first started dating like years ago and our busy work schedules or whatever, and he's like, well, you really should have thought about a millennial guy because let me tell you, the millennial men that come in here, they just let it all out.
Wait, really?
That's what he says. He says that the millennial guys that come there share too much. I'm like, well, that must be amazing because.
What does that even feel like? Like, I've never even met, okay, well, yes. The one guy that I always talk about that wrote me like a letter and, the suicide note.
Oh my God.
Okay, that was a bit much, right.
Yeah, he has crazy eyes too. He really did. Like, you've did so much better with Schmigs. I mean, Schmigs is such a step up.
I hope I only go up from like, let's pray, right? Like, you always want to move up in your relationship spectrum.
That is true. You're right.
And I think you did with Schman as well, from Old Man Ed.
Let me just tell you, the old men, the men that were 45 fucking years older than me, who were like on a golf course in a wheelchair, I had to like pick them up, put them in bed before I gave them a blowjob. Yes. Dan is a huge step up.
You've since moved up.
Yes, way. Dan is far and away the best man I've ever been with.
Well, that's great. I already started looking at baby clothes for you. I sent those in an email as well. So you know how I dress you? I've also started styling your baby.
Can't wait.
So, yeah.
I want to talk really quick too about our stand-up endeavors, but I also want to ask the audience. Okay, this has like been on my mind. So I really want everybody that follows this show. We have some amazing fans, don't we? Like
the best.
Oh my God, from Susie to Penny, who we love. Like I could name Leandro. So many fans that we have. Mike Scott, who's amazing, who sends me great show prep. So I want us to like all be a group. You know what I mean? Like everybody weighs in on our social media.
Yes.
I love how Wendy Williams has her co-host. She's always like, hey, co-hosts. The Shade Room has roommates. Like, hey, roommates, what do you guys think? So I want us to have, and years ago, Sammy K, when he was on the show, had given us the Frasiacs.
So which in theory is such a good name, but then we're like, wait, do we sound like we're actually like insane?
Okay, so that's what I want to know from people. And we can put this survey up on my Instagram. People need to follow you, by the way. It's at AJ on the mic. It's at Hey Frase.
Yes.
If you're just checking out this podcast. AJ does awesome impressions. I'm trying to do more video, more comedy stuff, less crime.
You're the ever-evolving podcaster, host. Yeah.
It's too fucking much.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's niches to riches, but I never take that advice, ever.
You literally are like, I'll try it. I'll try it all.
I cast the widest goddamn net.
You really do.
Okay.
But I want to know okay, we need to post this on social and be like, what are we? Are we?
Should we be Frasiacs? Or then I kind of thought of besties, because I will say this. We get a lot of women that write to us and they're like, hey, I love listening to you and AJ. I want to be your best friends.
We already feel like we are.
I feel like I'm best friends with you guys. I feel like I know everything about you. So then I'm thinking, should we call it besties? No, it really doesn't have anything necessarily to do with, hey, Frase.
I know.
And AJ on the mic, but but then it is kind of cool because it's pretty universal, because you could have bestie guy friends, you could have bestie girlfriends.
And then I was like, let's start it with an F for Frase, like Frase Festies. And then we're like, wait a minute, no, fuck that. That sounds literally like an STD. We don't want to be festering. It's really hard to think. We were literally like looking at synonym.com, like, what's the synonym of friend? So anyways, we loved how you guys came up with Schmiggy and Schman, and we like just want your guys' thoughts on that.
And I can't do fam or family, because that, like an old radio show that I used to work on, they used to say that. And then
No, that's really cute too. The Fraser fam. The fam
maybe
bam.
we could do the Fraser fam.
Like, what up, fam?
What up, fam? I mean, we could.
We're
because-
brainstorming right here on the pod.
Actually, we could do that. Why not?
Did we just find our new name?
Frase fam. Should we do? Okay, so it's between Frasiacs, besties, Frase fam.
Yes. We're going to put up a poll later today. You
Because
guys let us know.
I do see people recycle fam all the time. They recycle teammates, roommates, co-hosts. The co-host is so good.
I know.
Wendy really got that. We can't really steal that.
Too bad she's on coke, so
Yeah.
you win some, you lose
So,
some.
when her show goes off the air, then we can
We will
take co-host.
take that.
We will steal the co-host. I feel like, who else? I feel like everybody has one.
I love the shade room with roommates. That's like got to be one of my favorite
Isn't
ones.
it brilliant?
Yeah.
Because everyone's had a roommate.
Maybe you named your podcast wrong. I don't know.
That would make sense in this wide net that I've cast.
No, it's an ever evolving. We're gonna come up with it.
Call her daddy podcast. They have daddies. Everybody's a daddy.
Genius, isn't
Fucking genius.
Genius,
We
ladies.
should have called us twats, and then we could have had the twatters. We really could have had the twat squad.
The twat squad, the twat talk. Yeah, twat talk.
Twat talk. I know.
Why did
Hey,
twat
Frase
become
seemed cool 100 years ago.
back when we started? But oh gosh. Well,
I don't know. We got to think about it.
we will. We'll post it. You guys are always like the best helpers, so we'll obviously post that, and then
Yeah, I always love
we'll
people's
continue
opinions.
brainstorming.
So we are, I think we've teased this too a lot, but I wanted to talk about it today because it's actually going to happen. And we're both, you and I are like, our stomachs are in bits, but we are doing, okay, well, maybe mine just is because I've had 2 nightmares about it.
No. I am too. Okay. Stand-up comedy for all those people that like love to go to it. It's so fun watching, but imagine being the stand-up comedian. It's my dream to be a comedian, yet I've done stand-up maybe a collective 5 times. I'm more of an impression video artist, okay? An artiste.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I just have to go back for 1 second because people on our YouTube stream are now commenting. People are calling it breasties, that we should have the breasties. Fray fam, not fam. The tasty frasties.
This is why I love you guys. The tasty frasties. That's actually really cute. What about tasties?
The tasties?
What
The tasty frasties.
The tasty frasties. You guys
my
are
God.
so cute.
People
what
are
was
saying
the
keep hey
breasties?
Frase.
Well, I know we
The
are keeping hey
breasties.
Frase, but we need like. Are they saying keep Frasiacs?
I don't see any votes on our YouTube live stream for Frasiacs. I do
Right.
not see any of those.
Sorry, Sammy K. That one's going. It's bit the dust.
What about if you guys did something with starfish, lazy lay? Didn't Paul call you that once? LOL.
Yes. Paul always calls Sarah a lazy lay because she never wants to have sex at night. She only wants to have sex in the morning. And you just like sit there like a fucking starfish.
Oh my God. Anyway, that's so funny. We'll keep them coming. You can suggest it. So we are doing stand up. I'm not telling anybody where we're doing it though. I'm not because
Until
I
we
just
get a couple couple rounds, couple reps in. I'm talking like 20 reps. Then we will announce where we're doing it.
We're just talking like a fucking 100. I want to be a year in and be like, hey, Frasiacs, tonight we're performing at Magoobies.
Hey, you guys, bring it on down, Magoobies, Sarah Fresh. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, 100 reps. That seems a little bit much, but all right, we'll give it to you.
Oh my God.
You're gonna kill on stage. You always do. You pull it out of your tight little ass and you kill it.
Yeah, I kill it in front of an audience that already knows me, though. You're
very true.
walking into a room of people who are already looking at you going, oh, what's this bitch doing?
My goal is to just get like kind of trashed and then just go up and like literally say F it. Like nobody cares. Like wherever you guys, that's what, what's his name
But
did?
you're really
The one
good.
on SNL.
Who did that? Pete Davidson?
Pete Davidson used to go up on stage really, really high. My brother saw him like 6 months prior to SNL. And
Really?
he randomly, he was just like the opener for a bigger comedian. And my brother went up, he was like, I just saw this hilarious guy named Pete Davidson, and he was super baked, and his whole act was about being high. And I was like, genius. I should do that, but with like alcohol.
Really?
6 months later, dude's on SNL. I was like, all I gotta do is get high and drink.
It's going to be so good. I feel like we're both going to do really well. I've always wanted, I did it initially years ago when I first started in radio, but it was really hard because I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning.
That might hinder it a little bit, yes.
So I just gave that up. But then recently I've just had this like, I don't know, yearning to get back on stage. And like for
Got the hunger for it.
yeah, well, and for me, like I would say too, like one of my, I love as you get older, you'll like love getting your own self-confidence and the evolution of life and like learning your strengths and weaknesses. But for me, the hardest part has always been, I've always worked with other people. Like, when I was on a morning show, it's basically an improv troupe,
Literally, you're just hopping off combos from, yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so I've always that's almost become a crutch for me of like relying on other people instead of being able to like write my own material and do my own bit. And like, so I'm just like, what would it be like if I could actually conquer that fear on my own, And so, yeah, you could just like host something without. And of course, every good show, I mean, whether you're doing a late night, you have to have other contributors, other guests, all that stuff. But even
For
like
sure.
doing a monologue, like I've never done that.
Yeah, that is one of the big things that you have to conquer. And I feel like we're getting to that point, but we do, I feel like I've always had a co-host as well. And I use my impressions as like a separate character.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't even feel like it's me. And that's what I've relied on for so long. It's like, I'm becoming this other person, so it's not really me. But have I done actual stand-up? We both have, actually. One of the live shows we did stand-up.
Yeah, that's right.
And that
that's
was really
right.
fun.
So what's your hesitation? What are you nervous about? You're just nervous, what, for strangers or that you'll forget? Or
I
what?
literally don't even know. Yeah, I guess it is just having a couple, like more than, 3 stories. I'm like, well, we've run out of topics here. Like, my religious mom, my non-existent vagina, and like, gee, what else? I'm an alcoholic. Like, and then that's the extent of my comedy. I'm like, oh, okay, let me go into like my Kourtney Kardashian voice and hope that's funny. So it's just like getting a monologue that, the transitions actually between jokes.
I agree.
That shit is hard.
I agree. That's what I was thinking too.
We're talking about dogs and all right, moving on now. My next joke, like it's so great watching a really seasoned comedian go from joke to joke.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
I'm curious to see where it goes.
But I'm forever thankful for Netflix for creating comedy, like, stand-up specials, because I feel like it's completely opened up this whole field for comedians. And it gets me hype, yo.
Oh, it gets me hyped too. And I feel like because shit has gotten so heavy in politics and life, I feel like right now comedy, so many people want to laugh. Like they want to escape.
Yeah, because everything sucks.
Everything sucks. Everyone's working 18 jobs to try to pay the rent. So I feel like there's so...
I ain't got no rent because I live with my mama, but yes.
But it's those student loans, and it's that,
for reals,
that poor Jeep Cherokee that's like been busted up the side. I mean,
it has seen so many better days, Sarah. I busted that Jeep so bad. Yikes. I've always prided myself on being a good driver, but apparently.
Well, we're going to do about 20 shows. We're not telling people where we're going.
We're starting actually very soon.
people.
Like at least, tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, we're on at like 8 p.m. at a show.
Yeah. You guys really should just go out to like the different areas in the DMV and just like pop in, see if we're there.
Don't. Because I'm about to bomb.
That's what's funny. Actually, I love when comedians go up and they're like, so I suck right now. And they just own it. Just own the bomb.
Well, that could be happening. My goal is to not drink because I forget everything and I'll fall off stage. There's that. Mine is to remain sober and get through 5 fucking minutes of something that's relatively coherent.
It will be. And also, I want to just like grind your gears a little bit. You always like to post about drinking alcohol, but bitch, you don't. Like, can you get drunk with me more than I want to see Sarah blackout.
Oh my God. Are you kidding? I have been blackout in years. Do you know how bad I would be?
What did you used to drink? The Manhattans or the Sex on the City?
Oh my
was, like,
God,
your
in
go-to?
college we used to drink Sex on the Beach, which is the nastiest fucking drink. No bar will even make it anymore. It's like a half a gallon of pineapple juice, cranberry juice,
God.
vodka, and like 1 ice cube.
That sounds like that's what actually is in a Sex on the.
Yes.
I keep calling it Sex on the City from the show
Because
Okay,
no one
Sex
drinks a Sex on the beach. It's the nastiest drink ever.
That sounds like a lot of sugar.
It's like literally going out and ordering like a pina colada in a blender every fucking drink. I used to drink that. I was such a mess. I was a
Oh, God.
disaster. I was like an alcoholic. My
No, I
friends
know.
would like
I
my
don't
friends gave me
condone-
sober chat. They were like, "This is it. We're not going to be friends with you anymore. You're a mess." They
Overchat.
did. They absolutely said that. They're not even really that friendly with me now. They like hate me. I was such a nightmare.
Do they want to go to your wedding though? Have they come out of the
no,
circle?
I don't think they want an invite. These are girls that I went to Duck, North Carolina with, and I got kicked out of a karaoke bar and insisted on bringing a man home with the wonkiest eye you've ever seen in your life.
I did hear that story.
They hate me ever since
so
that.
good.
Because I was such a bitch.
So good. Okay, so that's why you only have 2 drinks. And then you're like, all right, sis, calling it a day.
Travis Turner votes for Frasiacs, by the way. He says,
Right.
I love the Frasiacs.
Really? I'm leaning towards like now fam and breasties.
Liz says, I don't, Travis.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Keep sending them in.
Yeah, keep sending him in for sure. All right, let's hit a couple of stories. I want to know your thoughts on this. Okay, so a woman apparently suffered a stroke after her man performed oral sex on her, and the orgasm caused a brain bleed. Oh my God. Schman better not hear this, or this will be his excuse.
I don't want you to have a stroke, babe.
The 44-year-old was rushed to a hospital by her partner after she lost consciousness for 3 minutes.
Wait.
Yes. All right. She apparently, once she became conscious again, she said she was suffering from one of the nastiest headaches she'd ever felt in her life. A CT scan led by doctors, this was in Westminster in England, took a closer look only to report that they believed that it was triggered from oral sex, like the orgasm of it. It
that mean
caused
he
a
did-
brain bleed.
Does that mean he did a good job or a bad job? Like, what is the consensus? Guys, control room? Good job, bad job.
Oh, he did a great job.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
Like,
how you know you know what you're doing.
Does he dump her and then just like move on to the next girl and his Tinder profile is just like my
all the girls are
blowjobs?
gonna be like curious as to see what that's like. So yeah, he's gonna get a whole bunch of DM requests.
I had
about-
equals stroke.
Chaz.
Yeah, that's Chad. That's his new Tinder profile read.
I mean, he was down there for like a long time. What are you guys down there for? Like, do you guys spend a lot of time?
What's an average time to
Yeah.
be down there?
For me, probably 5 to 7 minutes. One time for my ex-girlfriend's birthday, I actually went down until she nutted, which was like 30 minutes.
And let me tell you something for men. I know it takes so much longer for a woman to finish than a guy.
Yes.
But like stay committed, men, okay? You'll get so many brownie points later. She'll talk about you with all her friends. And yeah, guys, thank God you
Stay
finished
committed.
in 5 minutes.
Let me weigh in here.
Okay, Ethan, our
Yeah.
intern as well. Ethan, what's your take on
He's
this?
going to give us some outrageous number and we're not going to believe you.
Ethan's going to be like, I give women 4 strokes a night.
An
4
hour.
strokes. Hold on. Don't play me like that, Sarah. Nah. I honestly think that men need to do more. Like Luis was saying, like we need to be more dedicated and all that stuff.
Oh, it's a
but
lot of work.
for sure. I mean, y'all take a long ass
Okay,
time.
we asked
You
you
do.
the question, how long do you, in general,
Keep
we
him
don't
on
want
track,
the behind.
Gage.
Until she's done.
There we go.
Okay, however long that may be, an hour.
It needs to be as long as it takes, to be honest.
Now, what's the deal? Are you two both single or?
I'm
Yes.
single. Yeah.
All right, well, clearly going down.
Hey, ladies.
You know what? The one time I actually did do it until she did that, my mouth was numb. I couldn't move it.
Okay.
Yikes.
Hey, man.
Yo, I feel pity, okay? I mean, women
AJ
can
cut their mics.
cut the.
AJ muted their mics. They say that a stroke can be caused during sexual activity. Blood pressure, as well as your heart rate, increases, and you can be at risk. Most people are not. Known risk factors for rupture include activities that involve sudden increase in blood pressure and sexual activity. So there you go. But it is rare, doctors say.
Yeah, it's rare.
Oh my God, that is
I've
crazy.
never heard that for the other way around. Like a guy,
Ever having a stroke over getting a blowjob?
definitely not.
I haven't heard about that either. I love the drag queen in New Jersey who she ended up performing Baby Shark, which is the most annoying song anyone has ever heard.
Literally, The worst song in the entire world and so addicting. Like you can't forget it, right?
You can't forget it. Drag performer Marty Gold Cummings fancies himself a crowd pleaser, but a 2-year-old boy who came to one of Cummings' shows this past weekend, they decided to do song requests, and the 2-year-old wanted Baby Shark. So the drag queen got on the table and started singing Baby Shark. It's now been viewed over 500,000 times. Isn't that so good?
What parents are taking it to a drag brunch? Well, I love this though.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of backlash. The drag queen. Hey, Baby Shark, I am a drag queen on the table here. Whatever.
No, I love that because it was very inclusive, but I want, like, that boy is probably like, wow, big boobs, like, he's probably he saw so much that day. So much. You know what you see at a drag brunch. They're so fun. But, like, to take your 5-year-old son there?
They say that a fair amount of kids come, but Marty Gold Cummings says that most of the kids stay on their cell phones, and this kid was actually engaged in the show.
You know, he probably is inspired. He's like, this is what I want to do when I'm older.
I know. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Like, don't you feel like it's just performance art,
It
So
completely is. I have been to, like, a bachelorette party where we go to a drag show, and then it's, like, of course, like, there's, like, nipple tassels. There's, like, vagina, like, crazy stuff, like, fun stuff. But, like, to take a little kid to that would be a bit much. But, like, a brunch, love it.
Yeah. I mean, I think when they're doing the hardcore shows at night, you might want to leave the kids at home.
Okay, that's what yes. If it's a drag brunch and they he requested a song and she did it. She was like,
Baby Shark, do.
And she was sitting on the table, so it's not like inappropriate. You know what I mean? She was doing like little clapping. It was cute.
I thought it was
all
cute.
in good fun.
I liked that one a lot. A Texas woman gave birth to 6 babies in 9 minutes.
Lord!
Oh my God.
Lord! Yo, she's smiling like a queen, but I'm like, bitch.
This woman ain't phased. She's like, If there
She's
were
like,
8
what?
more in there,
What's next?
Yeah, she is legit. The Houston mother gave birth to sextuplets.
Are these natural? Is this natural birth?
They don't say in the article. That's a great question.
I would love to know because they said what, 1 in 42
I bet
million
it's
or
not.
something? Those are your chances?
Your chances of having sextuplets are 1 in 4.7 billion. So my guess is that maybe she had IVF.
Oh, that's okay. IVF is crazy to me because I'm like, okay, you're doing such a big chance. Like, yes, you're gonna have a baby. Like, your chances of having a baby are so much more. But like, bitch, you better be ready for like a litter of babies.
But see, here's my thing. What I would be curious, because maybe this is natural, because my understanding, and I know the audience will know this much better than I do, is that IVF clinics now will not, like, if you want, they'll put like maybe 3 eggs in there.
They won't
knowing
okay.
that probably 2 are going to die, right? If 1 sticks, you're lucky.
Right, but they're not putting 20 in because then you'll end up like Octomom.
Right. See, I've heard they won't do that anymore. Like
okay, well, good.
They won't put 8.
That's absurd.
9 eggs in there.
Your body is not meant to carry all those babies. We're not dogs.
I wouldn't think. The babies weigh 1 pound, 12 ounces to 2 pounds, 14 ounces and are in stable condition.
I mean, incredible story. Your vagina must look like a ravaged hole.
Oh my God. I can't. God
Not
bless
to get
her.
too graphic. God bless you. I'm so happy that all the babies survived and they're healthy though.
Elma
she looks incredible.
Is on social media and yeah, she looks great, feels great. Holy
that doctor
9
does look
minutes?
that nurse aide does look a tad tired though on the right. I mean, dude's looking like he's like so exhausted.
Can you imagine?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hope you at least have twins.
Oh God, I don't. Because the problem is the easy part's carrying them, but then 2 kids crying at once, 2 kids going to the bathroom.
Yes.
No, nothing
Imagine
seems
6.
worse. I need it 1 at a time. Like, are you kidding?
But 9 minutes? That's like a world record. Do you think she did that all on her own, or her body was just like popping them out, like boop, boop, boop?
My guess is she probably has had a child before because
And the hole's already been open before.
Right. And then
Floodgates have been open.
I mean, sometimes childbirth is super easy for women. So maybe she just literally got that epidural, push, and then it was like,
I really want to not do epidural.
plop, plop. Are you crazy?
No, I want to be like, I did not do any medication for any child. I don't know why.
It is good to be fucking young because I'm telling you right now, the minute I feel any pain, I'm going to be like, give me the fucking epidural. I am not. No.
I find it funny because I remember being about to get my wisdom teeth out and I was like, bitch, I'm not going to do, like, I'm going to be so good. I'm just going to get the laughing gas. Worst experiences of my life.
Oh God. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that.
Well, okay, now looking back, I'm like, okay, maybe I do want an epidural.
Oh my God, fire me up with all the drugs. I'm sorry. I go to the dentist, I'm like double Novocaine. When I had my colonoscopy, they were like, would you like, I had an epidural for that. I was like, absolutely.
You did?
Yeah, 100%. Yes. They like probe shit in your ass and then they had to like put stitches in my paper cut in my butthole. Yeah, I wanted the epidural.
Oh God.
They gave me everything. When I got there, they were like, you look like pale and like that you're going to pass out. I was like, I am. They're like, here's a Xanax. I was like, okay, great.
Pop
And
that
they're
one.
like, all right, we're going to get you hooked up to the IV and get some like fluids going. And then they were like, do you want the epidural? You know, yes.
I'm going to ask for
The
Adderall.
more drugs you can give me, the better. They sent me home with, oh God, what is it? I don't think it was Oxycontin.
Oxy?
Maybe it was Oxycontin. I couldn't take it though. I took it. This is my issue though. Like I want to go out and do drugs with you and have this great experience, right? But here's my thing. I took Oxycontin for 2 days. My nipples, my body, it made my body itch nonstop. So I looked like an absolute crack addict. I was like itching my
Like your
face.
skin was reacting to
Yes.
it?
I called them. I go, what's going on? I have a headache and my skin is itching nonstop on Oxycontin.
What'd they
They're
say?
like, yeah, stop all the drugs. Take Tylenol.
What, you're like, how am I supposed to go from Oxys to Tylenol?
Thank you. Yeah, that was it. They were like, it looks like your body can't handle it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry, you
I
can't
couldn't
take
even
Oxys.
enjoy the Oxys. Yeah. I'm like, how do
Damn.
people? They were like, yeah, everyone reacts differently. Obviously, it's
You
not working
react
for
sucky.
you.
Oh.
Yeah. So I didn't even get to enjoy being high. Mm-mm.
No,
No,
I wouldn't recommend trying other, yeah.
I just scratched the whole time. It was like, oh my God. I literally felt like I had ants all through my body. It was crazy.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So can you imagine me on Coke? No.
You, yeah, I don't think that'd be good.
Thank
Try
you.
Adderall and then move your way up to Coke.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
These people that end up like eating someone's face off is exactly what would happen to me. And you guys would be like,
That's
wow.
bath salts.
Yeah,
That's
but
like
I
fake
react
street
so
stuff.
crazy to stuff. Like that's the thing. You guys will be like, "Wow, she only had one shot and one line, and now she's eating this man's face." Like, what happened? Yeah.
I would be very scarred from that. We hope that.
We all would.
No wonder we should be called Frasiacs. This woman's nuts.
I don't know. I'm so on the fence. I like the Frasiacs too. Fans are really upset about a famous vegan YouTuber who was allegedly caught eating fish in another person's vlog. Ravana, I've never heard of this. Yovana Mendoza or Yovana Ravana Mendoza's vegan fans are livid and continue to spam her accounts today. After about a week ago, the vegan YouTuber who has built a large devout fan base is under fire after fans say that she was eating fish. The 28-year-old put up a vlog post this week confessing to that. She says that under doctor supervision several months ago, she was told to start eating fish and eggs. She was completely vegan for almost 6 years. And she says that she wasn't deceitful to fans. She was just doing it. She was, oh my God, what is wrong with her? Like, she looks
Well, that's
completely
what she looks
out
like.
of it.
Yeah, because she's been on raw veggies for 6 years. That is why. Okay. I think this is her on her video telling her fans
Can
that.
we hear it? I'm dying to hear this. I just think this is hysterical. And people are spamming her Instagram with fish emoji.
And lied to, and you're in your whole right to feel that. And for that, I ask for forgiveness. I'm human. I made a mistake, and I was not planning on hiding this from you. I was planning on telling you, but on my terms, on my time. It's been a process.
Hey, by the way, I really miss brisket, so I tried some.
Yeah.
That's
well,
what
when were
she's.
you going to tell us, bitch? It's
Process
been months.
of admitting and accepting to
See, this is
myself
like a stand-up is gonna go bad.
changes that I've had to make in my diet because of health reasons. And
Yeah.
in this video, I want to share with you what got me to this point, because it's
I was hungry for ribs.
happened from one day to the next. It's something that has taken time for me to come to this. But before I start that,
What is she, Kourtney Kardashian? Like she looks so.
how much I stand for the plant-based diet and for
So
veganism.
much.
I believe it.
Oh my God.
I just want to say that I love the plant-based diet, and like I'm human. I make mistakes. Like I'm sorry.
God, I hope meat gives you a personality.
Lord have mercy. Go back on those chicken nuggets.
Oh my God.
What is her-
hurry.
Run.
She attracted
walk.
followers with what? I hope she took her top off at some point because that was so boring.
She's gorgeous to look at, but it's a little dry, if you ask me.
Real dry.
This is why I
wasn't
don't get veganism.
hiding.
Why? And why does Dan ever eat meat, or he's a straight up vegan?
No, he's not straight vegan. He'll eat cheese. He eats cheese. I mean, most of the time, I would say he's 90% vegan, but he is never like absolute. He doesn't eat any meat. He hasn't eaten meat in over a year. So
Okay.
no chicken, no egg, like none of that. But he has eaten fish. He's probably more pescatarian than he is vegan. But I would say where I started out, I was like, plant 4.
Bitch, that was so fake. Like, literally, I was like, today is my plant day, hashtag plant 4. I'm like, you made up plant 4. Plant 4 does not exist. There is no I in vegan. I will not be being vegan.
So I've let that lapse. Like now there'll be weeks where I'll eat.
Hamburgers.
Yeah,
Your bitch is hungry.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. You starve. You really do starve. And unless it's like a the people that I see that succeed really with veganism are people that have no choice, like health wise.
Right.
They're like, hey, triple bypass, or you can adopt this plant based, and then it works for them because you're talking life or death.
And I totally get that.
But most people, it's not.
And if you're doing it for the animal rights, then I really do understand that, and that's where it makes most sense to me. But I'm charcuterie queen. Like, I can't give up. I will never be vegan. Like, I grew up eating meat. I love meat. I'm a meat girl. I love seafood. I love meat.
I don't blame you. It's so yummy. It's great. Like when we went to barbecue, it was so good.
I felt really bad for Shmano just eating up that corn. I was like, have some of this brisk, dude. Like, come through. That bitch is hungry, but I was like, you know what? More for us.
More for
Anyways,
us.
I'm really happy this girl ended up eating some meat 'cause she looks a little dry.
A little dry. We're going to get into 4 things that are popping, but we have to thank 2 of our sponsors who are local to the DMV area and that you should definitely check out. TotalDentalCareMD.com is our friend, Dr. Mary. Dr. Mary has changed my life. So I went to her. I have periodontal disease, which is recession of the gums. Mary hooked me up. I'm still waiting to schedule my next surgery where I'm going to have a little gum added on to my troubled area. But in the meantime, when I went to see Mary for my cleaning, she actually assesses your entire gum and tooth health. I have a lot of tension in my jaw. She was like, you need a night guard. Since then, I haven't had migraines. She completely guessed everything. She's like the little tooth reader. So she's like, oh, do you grind? Do you do that? She can read everything from your teeth. Their entire practice is amazing. So if you are anywhere in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, they are great. They accept almost all insurance. They do teeth whitening if you're down for that. They do orthodontics, pediatric dentistry. They handle everybody from the little babies all the way up to your grandparents. She's really great. And she's also focusing on teeth whitening this month. So if you've been wanting to do that, you want brighter, beautiful white teeth, she has got you. Boop, you can go. They have several different ways that are healthy for your teeth that you can have that bright smile. So definitely make your appointment. Go to TotalDentalCareMD.com. Call them. Tell them that the Hey Frase podcast sent you. They truly care about providing comprehensive quality care for the entire family. Also, we love Advantage Financial Credit Union. Love them. What is the difference between a credit union and a bank? I didn't know this until I became a member of Advantage Financial. Essentially, a credit union is started by a group of people. Their board is not paid. That's why they can give lower fees to you. I just got approved for my small business loan. Yay! That means new equipment is coming our way. That means more AJ in our lives. So much more. They are great. They help small business owners. Now, they are for DC residents only. So if you live in the district, this is for you. You can go to advfcu.org/loan sale because right now, much like I just got my loan, you can borrow up to $30,000 and they have a 50% off 24-month personal loan rates as low as 3.64. You can also get a line of credit. Your dreams are just a dandy loan away. Now through April 30th, take advantage of their 50% off a 24-month personal loan rate just like I did. Again, go to advfcu.org/loan sale. Easy online application where a bank has a paid board. They have higher fees, they have higher rates, and they are for profit. A credit union is not, and that's why we love partnering with them. They're amazing women that work there, an amazing group, and they are located over near Gallaudet Metro Station right there in Northeast DC. So awesome. So check them out today. All right, 4 things that are pumping is everything that is happening in the celebrity news world. There's a lot going on. We teased this about Wendy Williams. So yesterday, Wendy Williams announced on her show that she's been living in a sober house, that after she gets done the show, she goes to a sober house in the New York City area. She says that I've struggled with cocaine in the past. Wendy Williams said, I've never went to a place to get treatment. There are people in your family. It might be you. I want you to know more of my story. She added that her husband, Kevin, was the only person who knew that she was seeking treatment. Only Kevin knows about this, not my parents. Nobody knew because I look so glamorous out here, she said. I'm driven to my 24-hour sober coach back to a home that I live in the tri-state area with a bunch of smelly boys who have now become my family. She says that at the facility, the doors are locked at 10 p.m., lights out by 10 p.m. So I go to my room, I stare at the ceiling, I fall asleep so I can get up the next day and come here and see you. That's my truth.
I love that she shared her truth. And I really had no idea that she was addicted to anything, like drug substance wise. I thought she was like addicted to, if anything, plastic surgery, like fillers and stuff.
That too. But she told People magazine that she was addicted to cocaine for about a decade early on in her career.
What?
A decade. Yeah.
It's I mean, in Hollywood, it's so prevalent. So I feel like it's so easy for stars to get hooked.
I know. I hope everything works out for her. I thought that was really brave. A lot of people are kind of questioning if that's the whole story because there's been a lot of speculation that stuff is going on in her marriage. Yeah. That her husband basically got a woman pregnant, bought her a house just down the street from them in New Jersey, which all could be true. Maybe that she's had this relapse or who knows, maybe it has nothing to do with it. But I think, look, addiction affects my family too. So whether it's alcoholism or cocaine or pill addiction, and it's happening to so many families and it's devastating. So I think it's so great that she is out there and being brave, and her sons battled it. I mean, obviously addiction is really rampant in their family. So I hope she gets better.
I just find it incredible that she's able to get up every day and like put the makeup on, act happy, do a show. Like it takes a lot out of you. You know, like being on all the time and having to do it like a strong face. I knew she had a couple health problems and she was crying. Yeah, we're showing a little bit of her crying in front of the audience. I mean, she's really real, which I do appreciate. I
do too. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, but she has shit on a lot of celebrities with their drug problems, and it's like, but honey.
A lot of people were trolling her yesterday. Yeah. And they were like, okay, you're going to apologize to Future? Are you going to like apologize to Ariana Grande? You're going to apologize to all these people that you've basically dragged for having addiction issues?
The backlash is real. But
it always is with her, though, because, that's her business. She trashes everyone, and then she's kind of been selective about what she shares.
Right. And so I think it's starting to trickle out. But anyways, prayers out to Wendy.
Sophie Turner, who plays Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones, was chugging a glass of wine on a Jumbotron at a New York Rangers game last night, and people love the video. It is epic. You can see it. It's at Hey Frase on our Insta page. And they go to her, and essentially she dabs, and then she chugs the entire glass of wine. She's fucking epic.
I love her. Like, I saw this on Barstool. I was like, I love you.
Then she put it up on her own Instagram page, and she said, send it for the Starks. Wolf, and then she tags Barstool Sports and the New York Rangers.
And then, of course, Barstool's like, yup. Wait.
She's awesome.
I just started Game of Thrones. Like, I am so late to the game, and I know this. And this is like a big confession for me. I confessed this on my IG today because I was like, I know people are going to hate me so bad. But I had to say it because I was like, I love this girl, and now I love it even more because when the cast is cool of a show.
Oh, but you're only season 1, right?
Yes, bitch. I know I got a lot of catching up to do.
Wait until you get further in. You're not gonna like it.
No, okay. I already saw the first episode when like brother and sister are like going at it.
Oh,
and the
it
little
gets
kid.
worse.
It does?
Yes. It gets way worse.
It gets worse than incest?
I mean, season 1. Yes. Season 1 is like the best. And then I think it like goes through 3 seasons of you're like, why am I watching this?
What is this?
They clearly hate women. Yeah. Oh, it gets super dark.
I did love watching Aquaman and the amazing, of course I can't remember her name, on the show. Who's with Aquaman on the show?
Aquaman on the show.
First episode. Amelia.
Yeah. She's got the blonde hair in it, and she's the dragon, Queen of Dragons.
Queen of Dragons, yes.
Yes, she's so good. They have a hot relationship.
Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark.
Thank you.
On the
Louise.
show, what's her name? Do you remember? The Queen of the Dragons, I
guess. Something.
I'm learning all the names, guys. So and people have been reaching out to me like, how are you just watching Game of Thrones? Like, you're psycho. And I'm like, look, I got a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah, oh my God.
But once I catch up, guys, we're gonna I'm going to do a whole deep dive.
You're going to love it and you're going to hate it all at the same time.
Can't wait.
Fire Festival merch is going to go up for sale by the federal marshals. Federal marshals announced yesterday that be looking because on their website and on a designated website, they're going to be selling boxes of Fire Festival branded t-shirts, sweatpants, sweatshirts, hats, wristbands, and medallions. The exact page and the drop of when it's going to happen has not taken place. Manhattan's U.S. Attorney Office is trying to help pay the $26 million that Billy McFarland owes to people that he scammed, whether it was people who paid for Fire Festival or investors. And so this is the one of the ways, is there's like tons of merch left over.
Well, who's going to spend lots of money on this?
I would definitely buy. The original Fire Fest, I feel like it's legendary.
I mean, yes, but I can also just like order that off of like, I don't know, customink.com. And I can be like, this is the original. These guys... Do you think they're going to make that much money back in merch? No.
No, I don't think they're going to make like
they're going to make millions of
dollars, maybe.
Maybe.
So that's a drop in the bucket of, I don't know how they're going to retrieve. Now, of course, Billy McFarland is serving 6 years in prison, but I don't know how you even recoup any of that.
He's thinking of some other scheme in jail right now as we speak.
Oh, completely. Everybody at the end of one of those documentaries was like, oh, Billy will be back. He'll be president. The scariest part is he could actually be president.
He could actually be president in this psycho world. We've seen what's in office. It's crazy.
Lastly, Shane Dawson, who's the YouTuber, has caused quite a stir. He and Jess Hilarious all this week on social media as he started tweeting about allegations surrounding him and his cat. This was from a Twitter user. It all kicked off when people started discussing an episode of Dawson's podcast from 2015 in which he said, I came all
over my cat.
Yeah, all over the cat.
All right, what are people going to dig up of me and you 6 years down the road?
A lot. As soon as the audio in which he told the story started to circulate, the controversial YouTuber defended himself in a bizarre series of tweets. I didn't fuck my cat, he said. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat. I've never done anything weird with my cats. I promised myself I wasn't going to make apology videos after last year's thing, so I'm just trying to be as short and honest with you as possible. Last year, Dawson landed himself in hot water after he expressed sympathy to Jake Paul and Jeffree Star, who were both hit with several accusations of racism. Dawson himself, meanwhile, has received a lot of criticism throughout the years for his use of blackface in comedy sketches. Amazing. And yet he still has millions and millions and millions of followers who continue and will support him. And he's also engaged to his boyfriend, by the way. They posted that early this morning.
Early this morning? Well, that's big news. Hopefully that'll be a little bit distracting for people.
Well, I mean, perfectly timed, right? He's like,
perfectly timed.
I've been holding on this. How can I get a ring ASAP? Okay. And now we're engaged. Let's go with positive talk. Positive talk.
Positive talk. Is that how you came back? You're waiting to release the
I'm
ring
waiting to
until
fuck up. Yeah,
something.
1,000%. I'm sitting on the engagement photos because I'm sure I'll fuck up, and then I'll be like, you know what? Engagement pictures, guys.
Drop the bomb. So here you go. You're welcome.
He and Jess Hilarious. What'd you think of that? Do you follow Jess Hilarious? She's an Instagram comedian.
Jess Hilarious.
She's the one that this week put up a video of a Sikh man on an airplane. She basically was saying, "Oh, I'm so scared. He's wearing his traditional turban."
Yes.
And then she gets on the plane. She gets back. They deboarded the plane. She gets back on. She's like, "Guess who's not on this plane? Fuck all of you. I was scared. Fuck you guys." And basically, she's being called out for being totally racist. She put out a video yesterday too, basically explaining it. Yeah. Saying that she's donating 50.
In that side, who do you side with?
My honest opinion on this is
I wouldn't have said anything on a plane. Not in today's climate.
Well, I think because we were talking about this Monday with our Mama Biscuits guest, right, who loves her. And my thing is, I think our Mama Biscuits guest was right, which was Jess Hilarious she's just got too cocky. You know, I think with all these people, and I've been in that situation. I've gone viral, for wrong reasons.
Right.
And then, and I know what it's like for everyone to be writing you kill yourself, die, all this stuff. I truly don't think that Jess Hilarious is racist. I think what she was trying to do was be funny. It wasn't funny. It was absolutely racist. She claimed she didn't know what was happening in New Zealand with the Muslim community. So
she did not know about that.
She didn't know about it, she says, when she did that video. It wasn't funny. She was trying to be funny. And I understand why, I think when you're a performer, my thing is this, no matter if you're Shane Dawson, who you are, if you are in the public eye enough, you're going to step in shit. Like, you're just going to. You're going to say something that's offensive. You're going to do something that's offensive because your whole life and your whole work is out there. And you're never going to say things right all the time. Now, then she reacts with anger. I think that was a bad move.
Yes.
But I'm so over everybody going, oh, they're canceled. They're canceled. They're not fucking canceled.
No, because
Shane
people will forget
Dawson,
about it.
Jake Paul, all these people still work. They still work. Jess Hilarious is still going to work. She'll probably sell out more shows than ever. It just is so like crazy to me that they get inundated. I've been inundated with all the hate. And then it's like, because people make mistakes. I always think you judge a person. Shane Dawson, to me, could be problematic because here's the thing. If you continue to do things over and over, if you continue to do blackface sketches, if you continue to...
You'll be known as that, and that'll be a label for you.
Right. And my thought is, at the end of the day, then Shane Dawson, if all those things are true, you're really an asshole just trying to be, you're
They'll
trying
eventually
to
catch up with you anyways.
Right. And same with Jake Paul. With her, I don't think she's an asshole, but I could be wrong. If she goes another year and like does something really offensive and racially charged, then you're a douchebag. But I have a lot of empathy. I think she's
in a plain situation with all the things that have happened in the past. I mean, you can maybe see where that was coming from, but I wouldn't have made a stir about that, like in the way that she did.
Yeah, I mean,
the reaction was a little much.
It was bad. She shouldn't have done it. It was bad. But I just feel like, too, there's such a climate of, like, everybody wants to take, like, she's had great success. She's got a great success story of rising to fame on Instagram, just making Instagram videos.
Right.
Then goes and becomes a stand-up comedy. She was here in D.C. about a year ago. I remember our friends at the Improv, she'd sold out a show. She did really well. Just everybody is, like, I don't know, so ready to be so outraged. And it's like, you're not, because in 2 weeks, you won't give a fuck.
I was just going to say, give it a week,
on.
give it 2 weeks, and then it's out. And that's just
Sarah
like
ran.
And that's the final line of like all things that happen to celebrities.
I don't know. I'd love to hear what people, maybe I'll have to make a video about this later. I'd love to know what people think because people, oh my God, are all over her. And look, it was racist. I'm not defending that at all. It was really bad. She shouldn't have done that. And I do think shit like that fuels other people to be ignorant too. But I also at the same time think, you don't know where the line is for your comedy.
Like almost everything becomes like a set for you.
Everything becomes a set, right?
And you have to like pop off at any moment. And then you're like,
And believe us, we'll know what it's like in a year. We'll be doing our apology tour as well. All right, Age, is there anything else we need to cover?
God, I don't know. More wedding plans? I don't think so.
Oh
We're
my God,
good.
so much. People are on here. They're saying, that Snatch is Mad Harry from Ed. I don't know if that's about us or about Sansa Stark. We really don't know. Or about Jess Hilarious. She's into anal. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Love you. Rock the Casbah.
Hey, Fraser, like it. Hey, Fraser, like it.
Rock the Casbah. Rock the Casbah.